Hey everyone, Ariel Adams here with aBlogtoWatch. Please subscribe to our videos on YouTube and like this video if you find it useful. This is a review of the Andersman Deep Ocean. Reference ANN0982. This is the second Andersman watch that I have reviewed in my career as a watch reviewer. The first was the Ocean Master 2. This one's a full $1,000 more. It's like about close to 2,500 Swiss francs. Not too much money, but it's sort of at the upper range of what some people are willing to do for a independent dive watch. I like this one a lot. I think there's, I fidget, I play with bezels. That's what I do. This one has some upgrades. Again, I like this watch a lot. The one thing I don't like about this watch, well, there's two little things that kind of, well, maybe a few little nitpicks here and there, but the name Andersman makes it sound European. This is a brand that who's sort of the main guy is I think he's in Hong Kong or Singapore. I'll have to check. It's one of the two. Super nice guy, very talented, but he came up with a European sounding name, and from a marketing perspective, he's probably right. That's what a lot of people look for in high-end watches. But I really wish that we lived in a time when a good watch can come from anywhere. There doesn't have to be sort of a pro-European bias. Having said that, a lot of the components are European, namely the movement, and they do like to price them in Swiss francs, so there's that. As a dive watch, this one is a upgrade from the Ocean Master. This is a 3,000 meter diving watch versus a 1,000 meter one. I was diving to 1,000 meters and I was thinking to myself, boy, I really wish I could just go deeper if I had the right watch. Now I can go to 3,000 meters and no, I don't actually dive to 2,000 meters. That would kill me very quickly. I think sort of the funny thing about these watches is, you have this increasing like durability and resistance, but no one really needs it. But as a 3,000 meter diver, it's thick, but it's really not crazy. I think the thickest thing is the sapphire crystal, which actually looks awesome. I love this bubble look to it. It is AR coated and you do get some glare. It's not that big of a deal. I think that, again, it's still legible and you can see how cool that crystal is. So I'd say that, by balancing all the elements together, is that glare something which is cool? No, glare kind of sucks. But you do have a really cool crystal there, which is nice. So I'd say, on balance, overall a win. The case is big. It's 47 millimeters wide. It's titanium, so it's not that heavy. Automatic helium release valve there. Nice, thick bezel. I really like that thing. It's nice to turn. It has a good action to it. Looks cool. There's two versions of the Deep Ocean. This one, like I said, is in the black titanium case, so it's DLC coated black, which is nice and scratch resistant. There's one that is, I think the bezel's still black, but the case is just sort of natural titanium. I prefer this one. And that blue hand, I don't know why, it's just a blue seconds hand, but it looks really nice, doesn't it? It also says 3,000 meters in blue. It's a sandwich style dial, which means that there's sort of an upper dial. It has a nice matte texture to it. Underneath it is luminant. So lume on this thing is really great. I wish there was more lume on the bezel, but there's just a sort of pip right there. It's fine, just a minor thing. Clean dial, no date, just a good looking dive watch it's easy to read, and I think that's just what the doctor ordered for a lot of people. Crown position right here is so it doesn't dig into your wrist. I like the size of the crown. It's not so thick as it is kind of a wide one, which makes it really nice to use. Rubber strap is nice. I wonder how this is going to age. This is one of those this is a nicer rubber strap than the first one came with, and the first one doesn't really age that well. This also comes with I think it's like a leather strap. It's a black one. It's a little on the weirder side. Not my taste. What I would do if I had this watch and I was planning on wearing it a lot and I didn't want to wear it on the black rubber strap, I would just get my own strap. There's a lot of cool straps that would look really neat on this. It sort of has that nice, simple look to it. It doesn't look like a Panerai, but it's It's simple like a Panerai, and that means it'll look good with a lot of straps. You can put a blue strap on here, a black strap on here, all different kinds of leathers and materials that'll look good. But on the rubber strap, it's very comfortable. I've gone diving in this watch. I've gone into the water a bunch of times with this watch. Underwater legibility is really, really nice, actually. This kind of comes alive in the water in a very pleasant way. And again, it's very comfortable, has a cool futuristic look to it because it's all matte black, and it has that little splash of color on the dial and those attractive hour markers and hands and good proportions. So this actually looks really fitting with like a black wetsuit. I don't know what it is, it just works really well with that. Inside the watch is the Swiss movement. It's a ETA 2892A2 automatic, so just a fine, slightly higher end workhorse automatic. When I say higher end, a little bit higher end than the 2824, a little bit of a nicer movement. It's a smaller movement, not like you would need it in a case like this, but it's thinner. If there really needed to be an ultra thin version of this, that'd be a decent movement for it. But thankfully, with 3,000 meters, it doesn't have to be. Actually, I have watches that are thicker, that are less water resistant, that is interesting enough. Again, all of them would put up with any type of diving I would ever throw at it. But I'm actually impressed at how, relatively speaking, thin this watch is as a 3,000 meter diver. I'm just gonna keep saying 3,000 meter diver. The fact that it's titanium and in DLC is one of the reasons this costs more than the old one, which is the Ocean Master. The movement is a little bit of an upgrade, I believe. So there's overall increase in componentry across the board. Of course, this one's DLC coded. The other one was not DLC coded. The other one was a steel. So I think some people that were used to the roughly 1,500 Swiss franc price will be sort of set aback, like, oh, why is this so much more? It's not that much more, it's 1,000 more, but again, it's not that expensive watch to begin with, so it feels like a lot more, but there are significant upgrades in here. And again, just going from 1,000 to 3,000 meters as a dive watch, adds costs. Things need to be thicker, things need to be more durable. Again, no one really needs it, but again, we're talking luxury watches, so we all really need it. I like this watch a lot. I think this is great for someone that, one, you have to love the look. Two, you want something that is a great sort of daily sports watch or a dive watch or something for an activity that requires durability. It's also just a nice big watch. Again, at 47 millimeters wide, typically I couldn't wear something like this, but they did a good job at making it fit on my wrist. I can make the strap go a little bit down there. I always hate that when I just see the strap sticking out there. Someone's got to do something about that. So again, this is the Andersman Deep Ocean. This is the reference ANN0928. Retail price is 2,480 Swiss francs. That's the kind of price that'll force you to think twice. But you know what? There's not that much in this specific price range, which is quite like this. So I think this is a unique type of timepiece and a good value. And it does come one of those Pelican style cases. So you always know that's cool. You can see the full review on aBlogtoWatch. Thanks.